Namaste children, welcome to today's class. We are discussing about the inverse proportion. So in the previous class we discussed what is inverse proportion and different situations where we find in our real life and how to solve them. So today we'll continue the problems from exercise number 13.2. The second question. In a television game show, the prize money of rupees 1 lakh is to be divided equally amongst the winners. Complete the following table and find whether the prize money given to an individual winner is directly or inversely proportional to the number of winners. So here one television game show is there and the prize money is 1 lakh rupees is there. It is to be divided equally among the winners. If only one winner is there, so he will get 1 lakh rupees. If two winners are there, they will get how many rupees? It is 50,000 rupees. Now like this, 4 winners are there, how much they will get each? 5 winners are there, how much they will get? 8 winners and 10 winners, 20 winners, how much they will get? And check whether it is in the inverse proportion or in the direct proportion. See here, the number of winners, we will take them as X, and the price for each winner in rupees we will take them as Y. If one winner is there, the prize money will get 1 lakh. If two winners are there, then each one will get how many rupees? It is 50,000 rupees. If 4 winners are there, how much they will get? How can we divide? How can they are getting equal amount? So we will divide 1 lakh with 4 for 4 members. So how much prize money will they get if 4 winners are there? That is 1 lakh divided by 4. So 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 10 minus 8 it is 2 and 0 bring 0. 20, 4 fives are 20, 4 zeros are 0, 4 zeros are 0, 4 zeros are 0. So each one will get how much? 25,000 rupees. How much they will get? 25,000 rupees they will get if 4 winners are there. Now if 5 winners are there, how much they will get? So as they are getting equally, so we will divide with 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 zeros are 0, 5 zeros are 0, 5 zeros are 0 and 5 zeros are 0. So each one will get how many rupees? As prize money it is 20,000 rupees. How much? 20,000 rupees. Now, if 8 members are there, everybody is getting equal amount. So we will divide 1 lakh with 8. 8 ones are 8, 8 ones are 8, 10 minus 8, that is 2, bring 0, 20, 8 twos are 16, 20 minus 16, 4, bring 0, 40. 8 fives are 40, 8 zeros are 0, 8 zeros are 0. So each one will get how much? 12,500 rupees. How much they will get? 12,500 rupees each one will get. Now you see here this. If 10 prize winners are there, then how much each winner will get means what we will do? We will divide 1 lakh with 10. 0 and 0 are cancelled. So we get 10,000. So what is the prize money for 10 winners? Each one will get 10,000 rupees. Now if 20 members are there, so what we will do? We will divide 1 lakh with 20. 0 and 0 cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 fives are 10, 2 zeros are 0, 2 zeros are 0 and 2 zeros are 0. So how much each winner will get? 5,000 rupees. Like this we will fill this table. Then we have to check whether it is in inverse proportion or in direct proportion. Direct proportion means the ratio of x and y, x values and y values should be same. What is the ratio here? It is 1 is to 1 lakh. 1 is to 1 lakh. What is the ratio? It is 2 is to 50,000 or it is 1 is to 25,000. Here these two ratios are not same. So it is not in the direct proportion. It is not in the direct proportion. Now check whether it is in the inverse proportion or not. how do you check in the inverse proportion? If it is in the inverse proportion, we know x1 into y1 is equals to a constant, or x into y is equals to a constant. x1 into y1 that is equal to a constant, or x2 into y2, that is all the products of x and its corresponding y value. X and its corresponding value should be, the product is same. If it is same, then we can say that it is in the inverse proportion. Now you check it is x1 y1 means it is 1 into 1 lakh. So 1 into 1 lakh is equals to 1 lakh itself. Yes. Now 2 into 50,000. 2 into 50,000. So we get 2 into 5, 10. It is 10 and keep 4 zeros. How much silver it is? Again it is 1 lakh. Now 4 into 25,000. 4 into 25,000. Now it is 25 fours are 100 and keep these 3 zeros. We get again it is also 1 lakh. Now if it is 5 into 20,000. So now it is 5 twos are 10 and keep 4 zeros. How much we got the product? It is again 1 lakh. All the products are getting the same. Why we are getting the same? Because the same amount is equally distributed among all the winners. Now check for 8. 8 into 12,500. We get 8 zeros are 0, 8 zeros are 0, 8 fives are 40, 4 is there, 8 twos are 16 plus 4, 20, 8 ones are 8 plus 2, 10. So this is also 1 lakh. Now with the 10 into 10,000, 10 into 10,000, 10,000 into 10 it is 1 lakh. We get 1 lakh. Now 20 into 5,000, 20 into 5,000, 2 fives are is 10. And keep 4 zeros. So if you see all the products are giving the same amount, it is 1 lakh. 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh value. Therefore here the products are same. That is x1 is equals to x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2, x3 into y3, x4 into y4, x5 into y5, x6 into x7, y7, x8 into y8. Like this we are getting all are of same values we are getting. Therefore it is in inverse proportion. Inverse proportion. So like this we can check whether the given situation is in inverse proportion means by finding the products. If the products are same, it is a inverse proportion. If products are different, it is not in inverse proportion. Clear? Now, fifth bit. A farmer has enough food to feed 20 animals in his cattle for 6 days. So, a farmer is there, he is having animals and food is there for them. So, if 20 animals are there, and the food is sufficient for only for 6 days, how long would the food last in there if there were 10 more animals? First it is 20 animals. If 20 animals are there, the food is sufficient for 6 days. If 10 more are there, then total number of animals is how much? 20 plus 10, it is 30 animals. If 30 animals are there, how long that food will sufficient? It means how many days that food will it is sufficient for the animals. So again this animals are increased, food is same, therefore each animal will get less, that is it decreases. So now here how many days we get, we will see here for how many days the food will be sufficient for 30 cattle. So here it is number of animals, that is x will be, and number of days that will be taken as x. So here two cases are there. The first case it is the 20 animals are there and the food is sufficient for 6 days. Second case is if 10 more animals are there. Initially 20, 10 more means 20 plus 10 is 30. For how many days it is sufficient? So like it is y2, x1, x2, y1, y2. So this is in inverse proportion. Now x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. That is 20 into 6 is equals to 30 into y2. Now find y2. To find y2 transpose 30 to LHS, it divides. 20 into 6 divided by 30, that is equals to y2. 6 ones are 6, 6 fives are 30. 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20. Now y2 is equals to 4 into 1. 4 divided by 1 is equals to 4. So y2 is equals to 4. Now how many days it is sufficient? Therefore, the food is last for 4 days for 30 animals. Therefore, the food is enough for 4 days for 30 animals. 30 animals. If 30 animals is there, the food is sufficient only for 4 days. Next, see here we have the 7 rich. A batch of bottles were packed in 25 boxes with 12 bottles in each box. So there are some bottles are there, and those bottles are packed in the boxes. Each box is having 12 bottles, and total 25 boxes are there. So 25 bottles can be boxes are there, with each box is having 12 bottles. If the same batch is packed using 20 bottles, if each box is packed with 20 bottles instead of 12 bottles, here the bottles are increased in each box. How many boxes would be filled? So how many boxes we can fill them? Will it be more than 25 boxes or less than 25 boxes? Yes, it is less than 25 boxes, because the number of bottles packed in each box is increased from 12 to 20. Definitely the number of boxes will reduce. So it is in the inverse proportion. So now write the table is number of boxes and number of bottles in each box. Number of bottles in each box. Yes. So this is x values and these are y values. So here 25 boxes are there. Each box is having 12 bottles. If each box is having 20 bottles, how many boxes we require? Is again x2, x1, x2, y1, y2. As it is in the inverse proportion, we know that x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2. That is 25 into 12 is equals to x2 into 20. To find x2, transpose 20 to LHS, it divides. 25 into 12 divided by 20, that is equals to x2. Now 5 fours are 20, 5 fives are 25, 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12, 5 into 3 is 15. Now x2 is equals to what? 15. So how many boxes are needed? 15 boxes are needed to fill the bottles. Therefore 15 boxes can be filled with 20 bottles each. 20 bottles in each box. Yes, in this case, all these two cases are also examples of inverse proportion. Now see the 10th question. Two persons could fit new windows in a house in 3 days. So two persons can fit the windows in 3 days. One of the persons fell ill. So one person is not feeling well. So before the work started, one person is not feeling well. So how long will the job take now? So out of two persons, one person is not feeling well. Therefore, how many persons will do the work now? It is only one person. How many will they take? How much time will they take? We have to find. two persons can do the work in 3 days, but one person is not feeling well, so only one is there. So how much time will he take to do the same job? Now, how many persons would be needed to fit the windows in 1 day? That is, to complete the same work in 1 day, how many persons are needed? 3 days means 2 persons. Now to complete in 1 day, how many people are needed? To complete in 1 day means how many people will they be required? More than 2 persons or less than 1 person it is? Definitely it is more than 2 persons. So this situation is representing inverse proportion. It is representing inverse proportion. So in this, so we know. Now write the table. So it is number of persons, and it is number of days, number of persons and number of days required to do the job. What is the job here? It is fitting the windows. So here the first case, so number of persons will take x values and number of days will take y values. So x values. So number of persons, 2 persons can complete that work in 3 days. Now 1 person fell ill, means he is not feeling well before the work started. How many people will work for the same job? It is only 1. So now if 1 person will work, how much time will he take to finish the work? The second case, how many persons would be needed to fit the window in 1 day? If the same work is to be done in 1 day, how many people he required? How many people are required to finish the job in 1 day? So here, x values are representing number of persons, x1, x2 and this is x3. y1, y2 and it is y3. So here we have to find y2 and x3 for our answers. Now here this is in inverse proportion, that is x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. Now the first case it is x1 is equals to what? 2 into y1 is equals to 3. 2 into 3 is equals to x2, it is 1 into y2. It is y2. Now 2 into 3 it is 6, that is equals to 1 into y2, it is y2. So how many days we require? Therefore that person who will do in how many days? 6 days. So he will complete the work. He will complete the work in 6 days. He will complete the work in 6 days. Yes. Similarly, the second case, if the work is to be done in 1 day, how many people? That is again x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. Same, x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. x1 y1, x1 is 2 and y1 is 3. That is 2 into 3. That is equals to, here x2 means it is x3 into y2 means it is 1. That is y3 1. Now multiply 2 into 3 it is 6. x3 into 1 it is x3. So x3 representing persons. So 6 persons can complete the work in 1 day. So 6 persons, therefore 6 persons can complete the work in 1 day. Complete the work in 1 day. They will complete the work in 1 day. Like this, we can find in the different situations how many people we require to complete the work in the less time, or how many people we require to complete the work in more time. When they are not feeling well, some people may skip the work. So in such cases, these kind of cases we find in our real life situation, and we apply this concept even in our practical life. Now see the 11th question. A school has 8 periods a day, each of 45 minutes duration. Say a school, they have their own timetable. In the timetable 8 periods are there. Each period is 45 minutes. How long would each period be if the school has 9 periods? Instead of 8 periods, 9 periods means number of periods are increased a day, assuming the number of school hours to be the same. The school timings is same, but the time period, the number of periods are increased. What would be the each period? Will it be more than 45 minutes or less than 45 minutes? Children, yes, it is less than 45 minutes. It means it is in the inverse proportion. So how much is the time of each period if 9 periods are there? Yes. So first write the table. Here it is number of periods. Number of periods, we will take it as x, and number of periods and duration. Duration of each period. Duration of each period, we will take this as y values. So now, so here, yes, if 8 periods are there, if 8 periods, the duration is 45 minutes. So it is in minutes, it is given in minutes, 45 minutes. If 9 periods are there, what is the duration? Yes, this we will take as what? Y2. Y value is missing, so Y2 we will find here. Now as the situation is in inverse proportion, x1, y1 is equals to x2, y2. Now substitute 8 into 45, that is equals to 9 into y2. Now to find y2, transpose 9 to other side, it divides. Therefore we get 8 into 45 divided by 9. 9 ones are 9, 9 fives are 45. Now 8 into 5 it is 40, 40 by 1 it is 40. That is y2 is equals to 40. What is y2? It is representing duration of each period. Therefore duration of each period is 40 minutes. 40 minutes for 9 periods a day. 9 periods a day. Yes, like this we will find the unknown things even in the direct proportion or in the inverse proportion. So what we discussed in this chapter, direct and inverse proportions is. So what is direct proportion? How do you identify the direct proportion? What is inverse proportion? And how do you identify which situations are in inverse proportion, which situations are not in inverse proportion? Then finding the missing values in the given situations. This concept even we use in our real life and practical life. Yes, I hope you understood the whole chapter, and thank you very much.